Welcome back to another awesome video of Xtreme Stories, and we're back with another video. And you can notice that it seems a little gloomy, because guess what it is? It's October. So the next few stories throughout the month of October will be spooky stories. So feel free to enjoy it. Now, moving on. Of course, you know that this month is also clown season. It brings in clown season, which is when the clowns come back and once again terrorize us again with their swords and all that crap. And we had incidents like this happen, in our town just last year. And and here's how the whole thing started. So back last year, right around the time of October, right before October started, there was rumors already going around about clowns, terrorizing cities around us. And they were even here in the Ohio Valley, in the states surrounding us, like Illinois, Ohio, and even Kentucky. And they were even in Cincinnati, Champaign, and even in the city surrounding us. And now they're targeting us, which I guess because we're also a big city, and that's what people have been saying. But knowing this, still I didn't believe it was gonna happen, because for sure I was like, nah, none of this is gonna happen. This is just hocus pocus. So go away, Glenn. Just go home. And the reason why, because I knew these clowns behind the rascal are actually teenagers, because they've been saying that these are just teenagers dressed up as clowns. So I just figured that this whole thing was just a hocus pocus. But the whole thing came throughout reality 1 year ago today, and I overheard that some clouds arrived in a city, and I was thinking, oh, okay, so this hocus pocus again. That was because once again we have people talking about saying that the clowns are actually going to come to our school and terrorize us. And once again, when I heard this news, I was like, ha ha ha. Oh, that was enough. But the next day, this actually came to reality. In school, there were a few students who apparently, were outside, and they said they happened to see a few clowns pull up and park in the driveway, and they got out of their cars. And that's when I actually got a little freaked out. It was like, oh no, now this is all true. And I was thinking that they'll actually issue a code red. But a half hour later, there was still no code red. I personally assumed that maybe that they actually sent the clowns home. Maybe they had administrators come out and make the clowns leave, which is probably what could have happened. And even after a couple hours, I started to relax. I was thinking I guess it was all hocus pocus after all, because the school actually stopped it. But later on that day, in our 7th grade class, that's when things took a turn. Because during the 7th grade class, I was sitting there and paying attention, and it was right on the time. It was like 2 o'clock, I think. And our teacher directed our attention to the clock, and we happened to see that the clock had moved, and it kept going and going and going. And that surprised me. And I was like, what was going on? Who was messing with the clocks? And for some reason, that kind of, went off my head that, that the clowns are actually probably hacking our system. And that's what people thought too. And the clocks, however, they kept on going and going and going until they hit 10 o'clock, and that's where they stopped. Which was another surprise, because that was actually like 8 hours from there. And it seemed like maybe it was the clown's hour, I guess? But that was kind of surprising. But anyways, after that, shortly when school dismissed, we looked at the parking lot, and we noticed that the car of the clowns hadn't been gone. So we were pretty much unhappy, because we thought they were actually going to terrorize us outside. But I guess maybe the administrators were probably there, and they probably couldn't stand being there, so they probably just left on their own. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. But anyways, thanks for joining this video. The spooky video. And feel free to like, subscribe to this channel for more of these awesome videos. And we'll see you in another video next time.